And welcome back. It's me. Uh, it's been a little bit, but I finally got time to sit down and actually do some stuff. And as you can see right now, I'm about to roll from new banner, which I don't have a lot of sync work to because I have not been playing the story a lot. But if you're new here, I am M. I like to stream sometimes. I've been mostly streaming FO because it's like my favorite gacha game to play. I just thought it'd be fun. So right now, I'm just checking. Yeah, everything seems to be in place. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna start off with some temples, and then we're gonna go ahead and hop into the story. I'll probably, by the end of this, I'm probably gonna play a little bit offline of the story, just because I want to make more progress. A lot of the stuff is just kind of set up, and next time I do stream, I'll probably, give you the basic bullet points about like what happened. So first off, let's just start with this. I don't really have much. I don't have much hope that I'm actually gonna get her. I would love to get Tim Lancelot just to have the complete set, but I don't have any hope for her. Oh, I thought that was a new CE card. Never mind. I think this is what, the third? No, that's 4. Oh, that's not a great sign. Alright, no rainbow, that's 5th. Nope, not great. Okay. I don't want to click, so I'm scared. Nope, still not rainbow. Come on, at least serve it. Okay. There's a chance I might level up. Nope. Nope, okay, nothing. Nope, CE card. That's, is that a new one? Holy King of Twilight. I think that's a new one. Okay, cool. Speed Servant. No, okay, it doesn't look like this is... Yeah, this is tough. This is not gonna be it. I don't think this is gonna be it. Yeah, no, that's the last one. Your second or last one, right? No, okay, there's one more. Nope. I mean, I like William. It's cool. Oh, I had one more. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, it's not important. Alright. Only have one more pull. It's not a great sign. It's not a great sign. Okay, at least I'm getting more servants this time, so I can at least have something to like feed into others. Wait, I just recognized both of the servants on this banner are both lancers, right? So I'm probably not going to be able to tell which one is if I do get one. I'm not going to probably be able to tell if it's the 5-star or 4-star variant. Oh, at least I got more servants this time around. So maybe one of them could turn gold. Yeah, I don't have hope for this. Oh, the one thing I did notice, we should be getting the anniversary pretty soon, and I think this is also the one where we get like a free 5-star that we pick. I think I'm gonna choose Mev. I've been wanting to get Mev for an extremely long time, and she kept on avoiding me. Ah, it's not Lancer. But she's been avoiding me for an extremely long time now, so I just want to get it over with. I was not keeping count how many summons it's been. Oh, fuck me. Ah! Turn gold. Turn gold. Oh! Fuck! Oh, Lancer! Go, go, go! Oh my gosh, that hurts! Servant. Okay, servant. Come on, go. Saber. No, Lancer. Berserker. Fuck. Is that the last one? Is that the last pull? No, there's one more. Okay, come on. Fuck, it's a C card. It's not even one I can burn. It's gonna be nuts. Fuck. Damn, okay, I got gypped. I don't have anything else. Alright, we're just going back to the story then. Hopefully when I play later tonight, after this, it's probably gonna have enough. There should be probably maybe enough to do another 10 pull. Wait, I have too many servants? Who's a servant that does have a... You know what? I like Tomoe. Tomoe's pretty rad. I'm just gonna feed her a bunch of the servants we just got. That's right, Tomoe. Eat them up. Eat them all up. Eat them like a Sakura would. Let's see, let's get a bit more, because we'll probably get some stuff from this story. I have to be careful. I know I don't have some of these, and I want to do some interloops later, so I can have, like, you know... Nope, not these guys. Not these guys. These guys are leveling up. Just as a reminder, just to, oh, no, probably gonna try to level up some of them in my spare time, just to, you know, get their interloops, because I'm close to having, another 10 free, Saint quirks from some of the interloops. I think I'm like 4 short, and I probably can get that pretty easily. And I'm pretty sure I should be also getting, because of diversity, should be getting a bunch of new, a bunch of more Saint quirks from them. Oh, is this just story? Okay, cool. Just going to read a lot. Alright, let's see. Oh man, you never believe what happened to me. So, like, after we got separated in the fog, I let my instincts lead me and brought me right back to the beach. Luckily, the beach was far enough away from the foggy woods I was able to follow the coastline east. Eventually, I got caught up in sailboats here, and then I figured I ought to just be able to learn more in the populated city. Then, when I got here, an angel, far too good for this world, just appeared on my pub's doorstep. She was unsteady on her foot, but I could see the fire in her deep blue eyes when she said, "What a lovely place. Would you let me work here for the rest of my life?" I never said that. What I said is, I'm looking for my companions, but first, can I have a glass of water? Remember? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know. You're always welcome to work here forever. Yes, I heard you the first 100 times, Mike. Now, back behind the corner, I'll teach you to make cocktails later. My perfect angel. Oh, this guy's weird. Anyway, that's my story. I'm glad you're okay, Imp, and you too, Tristan. But it looks like you still haven't found Mash yet. I see. You must be one of the other servants Imp told us about. It's an honor to meet a renowned genius like yourself, Leonardo da Vinci. Who are you? I'm guessing the fact that you know about my name means that you're probably serving from proper human history. I'm Orion. Orion the Fey King. True? I guess here, it's more of an, aspirational title. It's nice to meet you, Da Vinci. I'm Altera Caster. I met Imp in the Nameless Woods. To make a long story short, I'm gonna go around with Imp pretending to be his owner. Seriously? That's hilarious. Thanks, Altair. That must be a huge weight off Emperor's shoulders. But hey, you're a British Fae too, right? You're probably got some idea of what. You probably got some idea what is it we're doing here by now. But you're helping Emp, so does that mean you're good with it? Well, more or less. Honestly, I don't really get even a half of what Orion and Emp told me. But I do know that Emp was telling the truth. I wouldn't feel right about banning someone in their troubles when it's within my ability to help them. And honestly, it kind of seems fun. Gotcha. Then it should be okay to speak frankly here. So, how did you end up here, Em? I got taken in by hobos. They were nice until they weren't. Well, sounds like you guys had a hell of a time in the forest. I'm glad you made it out here, out there, okay? Okay. Thanks for keeping him safe, Tristan. You too, Orion. Altair. So, we still don't know much about Britain. We have no idea where Mash is. But we do know that she's still alive and Orion is flat broke. Okay. Now that we're all on the same page, we can figure out what to do next. You make the right call, Orion. We shouldn't be wandering aimlessly around Britain right now. Wait, hold on. I need to screw it up because I don't want to crouch all the fucking time. I'm gonna hurt my fucking back, and I'm gonna have a weird freaking shrimp back. All right, that's better. Oh, I need more room for these wires. Okay. There we go. We shouldn't be wandering around aimlessly around Britain right now. What we need is to set up a base of operations. Base of operations here in Citadel, and where we can gather information and tackle our problems one at a time. Alright. Okay, our top priority right now is finding Mash. So we need to look for info on a girl wearing iron armor. While we do that, we should also learn more about Britain and lives of the Fae who live here. So you have like a house? I sure do. This pug doubles as an inn. Well, technically, they just copied the man-made inn without knowing what it's for. So I taught Mike about inns and how to put all the extra rooms he got here to good use. And as a little reward for my service, I got to take 3 of the I got to take 3 of the top floor rooms myself. Oh, second room floors. I know that we eventually find one another, and we need a Chaldea frontline base where we did, so that's why I went ahead and made one. Wow, I'm impressed. Da Vinci, and I know Lancelot would have searched and especially blown away by what you've done here. Huh? Is this Lancelot also a young girl? This is great. I can already tell this Da Vinci friend of yours will be a great help. Alright. Since it seems like you guys have things well in hand now, I'm gonna take my leave. I actually got a lot of things I still have to do. You're going off on your own, Orion. Yep. I'm gonna go see where I can find about this Mash girl. Not to mention, we also need more information about Britain as a whole. Now that you Tridarians are here, things are definitely gonna change. And since we still don't have many allies on our side yet, I want to make sure we know things stand in every region. Okay, we'll see what you're seeing later. Of course, especially now that I know where I can find you all. Don't worry, the next time you'll see me, I'll have good news. And meanwhile, I suggest you all get acclimated to Britain sooner or later. Well, damn, he sure doesn't waste time. I'm glad he's on our side. He's definitely danced to the beat, but he definitely dances to the beat of his own drums, doesn't he? Indeed. And colorful outfit of his speaks to me. tells me he is, without a doubt, some kind of poet as me. The same kind of poet as me. How this gleedens me. So what should we do? I could show you around Sabir, but if you like. Thanks. But I think we should take the time a day off. Gosh, I'm bad at English. Thanks, but I think we should take the rest of the day off. You all walked a long way to get here, after all. Please, go ahead and make yourself comfy in one of the rooms I mentioned. Emperor, you can take a room for yourself. Trish and I will share. And Altair, you can use one of the other rooms I set aside for MASH. I know I was right not selling for 2 rooms. I knew I was right for not selling for 2 rooms. Oh, I also put on some magical magecraft barriers in the rooms, so we won't have to worry about being overheard. I recognize that. Really? I can have a whole room to myself? For free? Hooray! I've always wanted my own room. I can't wait to get all cozy and comfy. Thank you, Da Vinci. Gosh, you, proper human history phase are also generous. This is great. And now she's gone too. I know I didn't touch this before, but she's pretty different from Altair as we know, isn't she? Yeah, she is. From what I've seen so far. You should consider her entirely separate from the King Arthur. Altoria Pendragon, the King of Britain, in proper human history. Yep. Which is one more thing I like to discuss in our room, if you two don't mind taking this there. It's better if we discuss proper human research just among ourselves. You really can't be too careful here. Alright, let's start by sharing what we learned. Starting with this version of Britain. You probably got a sense of this yourselves on your way to Silbury. But this Lostbelt is very different from all the others we've seen so far. It doesn't looks like an alternate path of human history could have taken, especially since humans aren't the dominant species here. So, as far as I can tell, this world consists almost entirely of Fays. In Russia, a huge cold snap made it impossible for human species to survive as they were, so they were forced to adapt and evolve. In Scandinavia, the Twilight of the Gods, aka Ragnarok, happened during the Age of Gods, and both gods and people alike were in sharp decline afterwards. China was ruled by a single emperor, or true human, and became the sole nation state in the entire world. India was converted in on itself through endless cycles of reincarnation, only for the whole world instead of individual peoples. And in Greece, humankind was completely dominated by the gods, who never died out. While all of them were dead ends, they were all still human worlds. No matter how different they may have been from our timeline, they still all had human societies that suited their environment in the year 2019. But that's not the case here. Wait, hold on. Doesn't that mean that like Ritsuka should be about like almost 2 years older at this point? Okay, whatever. But that's not the case here. This is very much not a human world. For one thing, there is no world outside of Britain. It's not like the other Lostbelts, where we could just see the outside world thanks to the storm walls. Where we couldn't see the outside world because of storm walls. There's just nothing in this world at all beside Britain. No other continents and definitely no other nations. Really? That's interesting. So, as long as we're here, the whole planet consists of nothing but the Isles of Britain and the sea. And that means it's basically another world with no correlation to human history. Yep. Given what we know now, that's the only way to describe it. Over the past few days, I've been asking various Fays about things, what things are like between Britain and other countries,
but the very idea of other countries were alien to them. So that tells me that there must be some strange circumstance that caused this place to become Fey Britain. Figuring out what it might have been might be the key to unraveling this lost belt. Hold on. If there's no other European countries here, does that mean that every Fey in this world, in this land, comes solely from the Isles of Britain? That's a great question, Tristan. If there's no other land in this world, it follows that no other Fey legends from those places would be important here. Imported here. But luckily, there's still a little thing called human history convergence. What that means is, as long as Fays only exist on Earth, their existence will remain even if their forms and histories are different. So even if this Fey Britain, we have fairies from various European legends showing up in different forms. Basically, the ecosystem are similar, even if the environment aren't. Alright, since this is still the same planet Earth, there is empirically going to be similar life forms and civilizations and large-scale events. Similar life forms, huh? Yep. Fey Britain may be like, maybe nothing like Britain we know. But despite that, the two Britons have a surprising number of things in common. Things like cities' names, fairies' names, and the names of this world's queen. Remember that huge castle in the north you saw on the way here? It belongs to the High Queen Morgan, ruler of Fey Britain. And it probably won't be surprising for you to learn that its name is Camelot. That's right. Here, the same castle that symbolized Britain's peace in human history. Wait, hold on. I need to do something real quickly. Alright, I'm back. That's the home of King Arthur in the Knights of the Round Table. Belongs to Morgan. Wait, hold on. I need to get a bit more confident. That's better. The strongest, most despised witch in Britain's history, and the one directly responsible for King Arthur's death and Britain's downfall. Oh, nice. I like her. She's cool. Did I hear her name? I heard her name a few times, but man. Yep, as far as I'm able to find out, Morgan ruled Fey Britain for almost 2,000 years. There are 6 different fairy clans here: Wind, Earth, Fang, Mirror, Wings, and one other. They waged war with each other constantly for thousands of years, until Morgan used evil magecraft to defeat them, subjugated half of the clan through force, and united all of Britain. Afterwards, she gave the humans of this world a limited degree of freedom, made them build a foundation for civilization, and developed this imitation society over the course of 2,000 years. Morgan. So even this Lostbelt, she's still trying to. But no. I suppose I should say this. I'm sure this Morgan is a different person from the one I knew. So, what exactly is her reign like? Since she calls her castle Camelot, does that mean it's fair and just in a way that King Arthur would have been proud of? No, it's pretty horrible. She has strict rules on the number of humans that could be born each year. She rules the Fae with an iron fist. Every fairy that lives in the urban area is described with Morgan's curse, command seals, as part of their civic duty. Every year, fairies inscribe these command seals, not command seals, command spells, are forced to donate some of their vitality, magical energy, essentially. They call it an existent tax. I can't believe Morgan is the IRS. That's fucking funny. And any fae who can't pay it, essentially, who can't provide enough magical energy to satisfy Morgan, are killed right there and then. Apparently, when she took the throne, Morgan told the fairies, "I offer neither absolution nor salvation. I demand only that you obey without question or hesitation. Show me your fealty in words and action, and I shall keep Britain safe." From what? Any fairies who can't handle this state of affair and become unable to work are either taken to Camelot and dealt with there, or they escape to cities and run away to lands no one's ever heard about. But there's no other lands. An annual tax. That's why the fairies were there. Ah, okay, that must be why. Alright. That makes more sense. Such an oppressive regime is bound to spark opposition. Oh gosh. Opposition. Fuck. But even so, Morgan has maintained her iron grip on Britain for 2,000 years. Yep. And what goes to show how powerful she is. Which goes to show how powerful she is. She took half the souls of every fae in Britain each year, and there's still no fairies able or willing to stand up to her. That said, there's still some positive sides to Morgan's reign. Remember those black things we fought near the shore? The fairies call them orms, and they're one of the calamities that have been plaguing Fae Britain since its inception. Occasionally, fairies have lost their purposes or their sparks, and end up turning into those Moor creatures. Moors are essentially the fairy's natural predator. Just touching one is enough to infect a fairy, ultimately transforming them into a Morg, too. Oh my gosh, they're like zombies, but fairies. That's actually pretty neat. It's kind of like a disease that only affects fairies. And the Morgs are the only calamity Britain has to regularly contend with. There's lots of other that pop up on a regular basis. And Morgan, the High Queen's army, is constantly fending them off. Morgan may be cold and a ruthless leader, but she's also the sword that keeps Britain safe. The fairies may fear and hate her, but they also depend on her. And that's the current state of Fae Britain. So Morgan's definitely the Lostbelt King. Yep. That seems to be like a very safe assumption, which also means that she's also the one who probably used Ramathal. The spell that was so powerful reached Olympus from here. No one could have cast it. No one else could have cast it. Through, of course, that ultimately also means that Barry Gulch is involved with Morgan somehow. So I'd say that makes our chance of peace negotiable with her basically null. I see. Then we must have our own reasons for defeating her. Yep. Though we may have a hard time getting to Camelot, since apparently no one can enter without her permission. That said, even Morgan reign isn't perfect. In fact, there's a new hope going around Britain right now. As luck would have it, we showed up here exactly the right time, just as things were about to change. So what's the new hope? The child prophecy. Okay. Huh. I thought they were going to talk about the resistance, but alright. Specifically, a child whose existence is prophesied by the head of the now extinct Mirror clan right before they disappeared. From what I heard, it's something like this. 16 years from now, a savior shall be born, guided by the staff of selection. The true king will take the throne. When the 6 bells ring out, the false king will fall. Alongside Fae and humans, the saber will bring an end to this false history. So what do you think? Sounds vaguely familiar, right? It got credibility out the zoo, too, since the Mirror Clan prophecies had never been wrong. The High Queen has been trying to prevent the inevitable by rounding up every Fae who turned 16 this year. And the fact that this prophet child's hunt is still going on proves that she still hasn't been caught by them. Suffice to say, between the Moors and the Child of Prophecy alone, their cracks are starting to show on the High Queen's reign. So, if we play our cards right, we might be able to negotiate with Morgan after all. That said, finding Mass definitely comes first. For the time being, you should hurry up and recover your strength. And tomorrow, we'll be able to start gathering information, quietly and casually, of course, so not to arouse suspicion. Oh man, it feels like forever since I've lied down on an actual bed. The British Lostbelt, High Queen Morgan. Altera and Orion. Okay, this is interesting. We're actually getting... So they were right about this. I did hear that they're actually getting more of the protagonist actual kind of like being fleshed out in this arc. Mash, whatever you are, please be safe. Okay, I think we could use some rest too. Herman's may not need to sleep, but it's still tiring to be constantly watching out for threats, right? I mean, you never took your finger off your bow, even once the entire time. Guess that's why you were on the Knights of the Round Table, huh? You notice. Just you noticing that suggests I must need some rest as well. But no, not yet. But please, don't refrain from resting on your own account, Da Vinci. You may be a servant too, but you're also a living. You're also a being living in here now, just like Emp. So go on, get some sleep. Don't worry, it's my duty to protect you all as well as him. Gotcha. I guess I could have. I couldn't expect anything less from the consideration from Tristan, the Child of Sadness, and the most handsome knight at Round Table. Okay then. Okay then. I think I'll just take you up on that. Honestly, I was pretty beep. By all means. But first, I have just one request for you. I don't want to take too much of your time, but before you fall asleep, I was hoping you could tell me more about the 6 singularities. Oh, the 6th singularity. Specifically, I would like to hear about the version of me who was summoned there. What I was doing in the holy city of Camelot. Oh, bro's not gonna like that. Bro, I just did your interlude. You did not like that shit.
6月日本では梅雨の季節
86. Holy shit. I'm gonna keep on playing for a while. I think I'm probably aim for about probably an hour, and then I'm gonna go off and like play on my own, and then probably stream. I don't know. I kind of want to stream tomorrow after playing on my own, especially because like Lostbelt 2 not Lostbelt 2. Part 2 came out. I would like to get there at least. Like if you spark notes of what's happening, and also probably have enough to summon again. Morning, everyone. My gosh, the beds were just so comfortable. I'm glad to hear. That makes all the trouble I went through getting that mattress just worth it. Just worth it. Fairy beds are just imitations of real beds, so the mattresses might not be, might as well just been boulders before I actually adjusted them. I'm here as well. If you liked, I'd be happy to play a song to help you all awake. What's everyone waiting for? Let's get going. Well there. I'm glad you're so fired up, but let's just take it easy, okay? Yeah. None of the High Queen soldiers are in here in Sabera, and she definitely has sympathizers here. So we just need to play it cool and casual, okay? You're going out? Oh, I get it now. He's pronouncing Da Vinci wrong. I'm so okay. So Da Vinci. Da Vinci. So you're not going to go wait tables with your beautiful roller skates today? Sorry, I'm off to do some sightseeing. But don't worry, I'll help you out in the afternoon. Oh, alright. That was our deal, wasn't it? Hey, you there! I don't know which clan you're from, but you better not tire out Da Vinci. You hear? Oh. What's up, man? Something on your mind? I was just wondering what's up with the sky. I was just thinking the sky it looks awful similar to how it was yesterday. Oh, that. Yeah, I was surprised by it I was surprised by that at first too. The weather never changes. It's just one sky pattern for day. What? It got one sky pattern for day and another for night, and that's it. It does supposedly rain here sometimes, but supposedly it's just always cloudy here. No blue skies. Blue skies? Your Britain skies turns blue sometimes? Oh, yes. When there's no cloud. When there's no clouds, it becomes a beautiful shade of blue, as far as the eye can see. True. That's not to say that these blue skies aren't beautiful in their own right. So, the same color as blue bells then? That's what your sky looks like? Whoa! Then your world must be very bright and beautiful. The kind of place where everyone always smiles and helps one another no matter how hard life gets. Anyway, we should start gathering information then. Now, I need to pretend to be Emperor's owner, right? Oh, then I get to try to act like a big shot and going around to one of those fancy restaurants I've heard so much about. Did you know they... Wait, do fairies even need to eat? Would they even be... I know they're supposed to be like imitation society, but like, would they actually even make actual decent food within restaurants if they're just like there to just kind of like... I mean, I guess the ones at the hobo camp did technically have food. Okay. Did you know they won't even let you into a wood bowl without an attendant? Hey, as long as there's a lot of fairies there, I'm good with whatever. Okay, so let's scope the place out while we pretend to just be taking a walk. We also want to keep our ears pierced for any juicy rumors, talk to people ourselves at times. Have I heard anything about the Fae and Iron Armor? What? You guys are interested in the High Queen's army? Don't bother. Nothing good would come from joining them now. This is a year Azul prophesied about, remember? Child of Prophecy will appear this year and bring salvation to all. Who knows? Maybe the High Queen finally caught us in breaking... Maybe the High Queen finally caught us a break on our taxes if she actually takes a few licks for once. You're not looking to join, you're looking for a lost companion. I'm afraid I can't help you there. Iron armor. You won't find anything like that here. You have to go to Northwich for armor.
They ought to still have making those silly weapons up there. At least if Spriggans haven't shut down the mines. What kind of armor? What kind of weapons you say? What else? Swords, spears, bows, axes. You know, the usual. I swear I never thought I'd see the days fairies would use iron weapons of all things. Oh, that's right. I think it's supposed to be like iron is supposed to be something fays don't like. What could the High Queen be thinking? Still, at least a child prophet should do something about all that. We gotta be patient and wait a little longer. Hey! Have you guys heard about the latest about the Calamity Pool in Northwich? They said Norwich sky is pitch black right now, even during daytime. There's no way they're gonna last much longer over there. Not with such a calamity presence. I mean, between all the iron, soot, noises, and humans there, they have no one to blame but themselves. Okay, dicks. But even so, I just can't help but worry. I mean, what are they gonna do now that Northwich Refuge decide to come here to Saber? We have so much history here, and we got too many Earth clans as it is. Earth clan fairies as it is. But, Lady... Oh, that's right. I think we at least mentioned... Okay, that's interesting. I hope we get to meet her. But Lady... Honoria is so kind. I can't imagine her turning them away. Bird-like Fae. You're looking for something? Are you searching just in Saber or like all of Britain? If it's all of Britain, these fairies here aren't gonna help much. It's so nice here in Saber that no one ever wants to leave. If you want to know what's going on in the other cities, you just have to visit them yourself. Oh, but you don't have wings, do you? Well, that rules that out. If your morgue gets you, it's all over. Anyway, I wonder what tonight's festival is going to be about. I hope it's another play about the child prophecy and the evil witch. I love the part where the High Queen and her dog knight finally gets what's coming to them. Worn out, fed up, dejected. That was disappointing. I mean, I wasn't really expecting to find a solid lead in just one day. Well, anyone want to talk about what's a child of prophecy? They barely even listened to what we had to say. Indeed, last Faye we even tried to get some try to buy us some questionable child of prophecy merchandise. I haven't seen a whole city so furiously excited about something other than Christmas. Child of prophecy craze, Sounds like there's just a lot of money to be made there. I guess it just goes to show that how much people are counting on them. I wonder who the child of prophecy could be anyway. She's so cute. I love her. I love her. I love her. Yeah. The only other thing these fays want to talk about besides the child of prophecy were the rumors that are going around in Northwich, the Eastern Ports town. I gotta say, it makes me really curious about this child of prophecy too. I wonder what fae they are. If they're really planning on finding Morgan, like the prophecy says, maybe we can convince them to help us. Well, what do you think? Maybe you should look for the child of prophecy as well as MASH. Any fairy who can get the other fairies so excited must be incredibly strong and brave. Just being called out. That's fucking funny. I'll make a tweet about that later. Good day, everyone. I'm back once again. Oh, not as many customers today to see. Hey, Orion, over here. Get your twink ass over here. Hey there. Having a little lunch after your morning walk around the city, huh? Anyway, it looks like you had a lot of fun. Hope you don't mind if I join you. I'm a passable fighter at best, but I'm a master at killing with compliments. Much more peaceful that way. Here, I'll show you. Before long, I'll be heaping so much praise on Altoria, she'll be begging for mercy. Altoria, why?
You mean they haven't told you yet? Alturia, the child prophecy everyone's on about? That's her. I just assumed that you told it, since she's King Arthur's name and everything. Oh, shit. I want to take a screenshot. Fucking ratted her out. Never trust Orbeon. He'll snitch on you. I mean, yeah, that thought did cross my mind once I heard that you were Alturia. But still, you? Alturia? Really? I mean, let's be real, you have less magical energy than most Fae, right? You might have better magical circuits than a human, and well, since you're a Fae, I guess there'll be Age of Gods pattern. Anyway, they're still below average for Fae. Hell, even Mike there even Mike there must be stronger than you. So how can you be the child of prophecy meant to defeat Queen Morgan? Mood. I know you're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? I'm sorry. I know it's not right for someone like me to carry around the Stafford selections. Still, it's not like we know for certain that I'm the child of prophecies. There's a chance I might not be. Besides, I don't really have the guts to fight the High Queen, or drive, or determination. I don't belong to any of the clans either, and I have so little magical energy I just kind of fudge it with Magecraft. I can't even pull the belt. I can't even get close to the bells I'm supposed to ring. I mean, I do plan to do the best I can in spite of all that, but let's just say it's a very uphill battle. Honestly, I don't know why I was chosen. You don't have to think you can do it. You don't think you could do it, Altair? I don't know. All I can say is that I'm a child of prophecy. Then there must be some way for me to fight. That's why I was born. That's how I was raised. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm completely hopeless. Last time I came to Sabel was to meet with the head of the Wing Clan, but I ended up deciding to try Manchester next because no one here would have given me the time of day. I see. So that's why you didn't say anything sooner. Faye can sense how much magical energy you got at a glance, so I'm sure they would have only laughed when they told them you were the child of prophecy. Yeah, they probably scolded you with something fierce. They did. So I thought I'd try to convince the head of a clan who I was... Wait, hold on. So I thought I'd start by convincing the head of the clan who I was. But they turned me away at the gates. The head of the Wind Clan? That must be Altoria. Oria, sorry. Personally, I think you're pretty great as you are right now. And I can see why you still feel a need to boost your prestige. Well, that's the only problem. I can take care of it right now. Yeah, what do you mean by that, Oria? I mean, I can get you a meeting with Oria if you want. A gasp? Oh shit, he actually just went right into it. There. See how easy we got in? Take a look. This is the heart of Siberia, the home of its great bell. Eska Cathedral, the oldest and largest building of all of Frey Britain. Now then, Oria's room is on the top floor. So, what say we just start heading up? I already sent word of our arrival, so we shouldn't have too much trouble with the Wait, hold on. She's so pretty! Good day, King of the Autumn Woods. Your visit is sudden and unexpected, but we welcome you here all the same. I'm gonna take a picture of her. However, Seems that I must remind you that this cathedral is a holy ground for where kings and queens are made. Esteemed site of High Queen Morian's coronation 2,000 years ago. As such, regardless of how much affection Lady Artoria may have for you, I cannot allow such a filthy creature as a human to enter, attendant or not. Guards, to me, capture these unidentified fairies and that disgusting human. Oh, girl. Oh. If the human submits, very well. However, should he attempt to resist or flee, dispose of him. That goes for round 2, of course. You need to show him any leniency. We receive complaints about him from pubs across the sea, demanding that he pays his tabs. Damn, they are calling him broke ass bitch. Why am I? That's isn't exactly how I expected things to go. I am. Beyond. This broke ass bitch. I swear. If those are your orders, Lady Corel, then we're glad you comply, but are you sure about this? Later Oria told us to let him through right away. She seemed thrilled about his visits. Don't you talk back to me. You're done. You may have been chosen to be the guards, but you're still mere humans. Know your place. Unless, of course, you rather I turn you into rubble, so you don't have to be human anymore. Oh, sorry, rabbits. No, my lady. I'm very sorry about this, Lord Orion. It's really nothing personal. It's just us doing our job. It seems we have no other choice but to do battle. Even though their hearts clearly aren't in it. Come, Emperor. Let's show them how strong we truly are. I want... Wait, who is the closest right now to leveling up? Or to bonding up right now? I think Carmela has a way to go. Yeah, has a long way to go. She just recently did that. Phoebe has a good long way to go. Alright. I guess I'll just use this as an opportunity to probably get a few of them to bond 10 as quick as possible. Oh, they're healthy. They're rather healthy. Alright, Get her, Morgan! Get her! Get her, girl! Okay, this was... I know there's some manga out there about the Lostbelt, so I can't wait to actually be able to read that, because I think after this one, I'm actually going to be able to read up pretty much most of the chapters. I think they haven't gotten to Lostbelt 7 yet with the manga. But I am really curious about certain stuff. I do hope there's like a gag version of it, just so I could see like, you know, this scene, and then, you know, Richka just there summoning Morgan herself, since technically it's a possibility that happen. It'll just be very comedic. Let's see. That should kill. We'll go with this. Okay, that should be fine. That should be over. Easy peasy. Oh, we went so late. It's almost 11. You see that, Cordell? You see what M and I can do? Huh? Bitch? This is what happens when you look down on people for being human or having no money. Probably not a good time to pull out that Orion was just standing there cheering. Very well. It seems that human is indeed not your typical expendable worker. And literature does love rare and unusual things. It's part of what makes her so strong. Alright, just this once, I'll grant you an audience with her, but don't let this go to your head. Rare and unusual things are only interesting on the first time you see them. Only once the novelty wears off, they become worthless. If I were you, I would make I would try to make this I would try to make the most of this good fortune, as you wouldn't have many other chances in the future. I don't trust her. I mean, I love adjusting my characters, but I don't trust her. She seems like a fake bitch. Hello, Obion. What delightful stories did you have for me today? You know so many things, so I'm sure it must be something special. Whatever it is, I can't wait to hear it. I could use some cheer after all the unfortunate news lately. And Dr. Cosmos of Bloom were sheer stupendous until today. Well, yes, I have two things for you today. One is something you absolutely must know. The other is a small request for a favor. But don't worry, I won't take too much of your time after all. That said, can I first make a somewhat selfish request? You see, I'd like to keep what I'm here about to tell you, just between us. You don't mind keeping secrets, right? Oh my, you are a naughty one, aren't you? I don't usually care for scary stories, but a little thrill does sound like a little fun. Would you give us some privacy, Corel? Lady Artoria! Lady I keep on saying Artoria every time I see Aura. Aura. Yeah. Aura? Is it actually Aura? Aura. It's alright. I know we can trust them, so it's only right I answer in kindness. As you wish, but please don't hesitate to call me if you should change your mind. You have to forgive Cora. She is a very proud girl and can be quite inflexible. She probably gave you a very harsh welcome again, huh? Didn't she? I'm just glad to see you're not hurt. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, friends of Orbeon. I am Aura, head of the Wind Clan in Lower Siberia. Now, what do you come to tell me today? Whoa, I guess it's no surprise that the whole mood just changed in here. Figure she didn't have to become the head through her beauty alone. And so the thing is, we're having trouble finding a companion of ours. Oh my, oh my, oh my. How many years has it been since a human spoke to me so frankly? Oh, how delightful. How delightfully different. Tell me, what is your name? Are you a free citizen? Oh, what kind of pick Greer do you... Ah! I'm so sorry. You already served just fine, young Barry, don't you? My goodness, how rude of me. Really, Odor, you must do something about your tendency to take in every stray human you find. Otherwise, you're eventually going to have every human in Britain living in Severe. And I'm sure you don't need any more resistance for your fellow land members, seeing how you're the only one who favors coexistence. Yes, I know. You're right, of course. But when I see those big puppy eyes of his begging for help, well, I just couldn't resist. Good grief. Well, this is exactly why I brought him to see you here to begin with. Remember when I told you about this Chaldeans
in a whole other world called pan-human history? Well, this boy is the master of Chaldea, and the two people behind him are servants, not fairies. Are we on? Don't worry, it's okay. Oria here may be a fairy, maybe from Fey Britain, but she knows a lot like the fairies proper human. She thinks a lot like the fairies of proper human history. And while she may never come out and say it, she's not happy about the state of affairs here in Britain either, right? It's been 2,000 years since Britain fell into Morgan's hand. And you've been here, watching it unfold every step of the way. You think it's time for Morgan's reign to end, regardless of what form that end takes. I remember how your eyes sparkled with hope when I told you about the outside world. Emperor has come to Britain solely to defeat Morgan. He's not even thinking about what happens afterwards. Suffice to say, he also has no intent of ruling in Morgan's place once he's gone. Once the Chaldeans leave, whether Britain lives or dies will be for you and the fellow Fays to decide. Chaldea's definitely not going to care if we try to save what's left of it. They'll gladly stay out of the way. Morgan is their only concern. Nothing more, nothing less.
So it seems. Now that girl in the back doesn't seem happy that you're telling me this. This boy here doesn't deny anything you say. So, they travelers from another world. A Briton that went down the right path. It's still hard to believe, but maybe this too is Anil's gosh, these knees are gonna fucking kill me. Sales guidance at work. Either way, one thing is clear. Since we both have our very own troubles, it's only right that we help each other. Emperor, was it? You have my permission to act in Silver however you see fit, even if your actions should be in opposition to the land of the Fae. If you are looking for a lost companion, then I'll lend the eye of the fellow wind fairies in the city. I can't contact my compatriots in Norwich at the moment, but I will have my fairies in Oxford, Washwitz, New Dorlanton, and Camelot help you in your search. You need to only tell Cordell what your companion looks like. I just hope my clan can be assistance.
That's great, but are you sure it's okay?
You mean for me to help Caldea? I see you're both a kind and honest boy, Imp. True. As a citizen of Fey Britain, perhaps it's wrong for me to help you. But I'm more concerned with us Fey folks' way of life than I am with retaining this land itself. The High Queen is a great woman, certainly. But the path we will be on will not lead us anywhere good.
Alright then. All that said, I still like to keep this relationship of ours on the download for the time being. After all, you're the head of the clan. If Morgan finds out you're siding with Chaldea and proper human history, she may have all the Wind Clan fairies killed. So, this collaboration should be kept quiet so we can deny knowing anything about each other in case things come to that.
All the Wind Clan fairies dead. So, not even you can defeat High Queen Morgan if you were to face her. No, I wouldn't. She would wipe the floor with all of us with a mere flick of her finger. I see. Gosh, she's really something, isn't she? Oh, yes. She's a very special Fae. The only one who could hope to defeat her is the child of prophecy from Elir's last prediction. It's too bad this child has yet to reveal herself. I could only hope they come to save us as soon as possible.
Devious smile. He's gonna do it. Alright, you are. Oria. I may very well be able to make your day. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Huh? What are you doing, Orbion? Please stop. Stop.
That's right. Altaria here is none other than a star of hope who hails from Tangtalia. Born alongside the staff of selection that will bring Morgan of justice. She's the one and only child of prophecy. Go on, don't be shy.
Orbion, you idiot.
Fuck, she really just threw him.
You do have some delightful friends, Orbion. I love to be tackled to the floor like that myself sometimes.
Why, thank you. I wasn't expecting such a direct method to silence me either. So, Tori would have never said it if I didn't try to put her on the spot like that. She's kind of a late bloomer, you see, and still not confident of being a child of prophecies. So we were hoping that you might be able to offer her her seal with improvements. Say, for example, maybe she could ring one of the bells mentioned in the prophecies. Whoa. Even I wouldn't have come up with that. Impressive.
No, that I'm afraid I cannot allow. While there is indeed a bell said to be the voice of the Wind Clan right above this room, I can only let her ring it once she proved herself to me. Words alone will not suffice. She will need to demonstrate her abilities so there can be no question. You see, you said your name was Altera, yes? And it seems you do in fact have the staff of selection. I still don't understand what the staff of selection truly signifies. The only one who does is Solir, the head of the Mirror Clan, and no one has seen any members of the Mirror Clan for years. All I do see for myself is whether or not you have the markings of a king.
And how exactly do you propose to do that?
Oh my, what a lovely voice. And here I thought you may be mute. Very well, out of respect of the Julius tone, I'll tell you my conditions. Emp, Altair, I would like you two to show me that there is still hope in our world. So here's my test to see if Britain can still change. As you know, we are plagued by dark fate. Every 100 years, a calamity falls upon us, a spell, a curse, that not even Morgan herself would be able to dispel. For the last months, there's been a powerful Morg currently winding its way through Northwich, a calamity pool. If you two can rid Northwich of this calamity, then I will gladly give you access to Sabera's Bell.
Oh.
ホームズさんといえば
Give me more.
世界でも慣れた頃ほど
Yes. I have 5. I forgot to do my free one. Not doing this so I could actually get my sync port parts. So I'm a bit closer to getting the summons.
回避や無敵には回数制とターン制慣れた頃ほど
Did I get more? Shit? No. Okay, let's go do one more. Nope. Whoops. I think I disconnected by accident. Alright, give me a second. What happened? What happened? What happened? What did I do? Alright. The Lex is starting to pop out, so that means... Okay, there we go. It's back. I don't know what happened there. So she wants us to get rid of the calamity in Northwich, huh?
I don't think she'll be the one to bring that up. What is a calamity in Northwich? I don't know much about the calamities either, since I've never seen one for myself, but I've heard plenty of stories. Apparently, there's some kind of natural disaster that befell Fae Britain every 100 years. I heard about these calamities too. I've also already told Emp about them. Northwich is a port town in eastern Britain. Apparently, it's been showing signs that it'll be the home of the next calamity for a few months now. They say there's a ton of black soot riding in the air that gathers above it like rain clouds. Aurea said that she permits us to ring the bell as long as we can solve this calamity, right? So we need to dissipate these clouds of soot then, huh? Unfortunately, I've never learned any kind of magecraft that could do that. Oh, that's okay. Overwatch is tall enough order that I could think of something. I can think we could forget about it for the time being. Right now, our top priority is finding Mash. And now that Aurea is helping us do that, we should receive some words of her whereabouts in the next few days. So all you guys have to do is wait in the inn until then. And again, doing nothing might not be the best use of our time. Okay. I'll send you a list of things you could do to earn money and gather information later. Later? Why later? Well, I thought about what Cardair said, and I'm pretty sure that I should see about paying my tab before I start racking up more. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you again in 3 days. This broke bitch about to kill them, aren't they? There. That should get them to rest up in Selberg for at least a little longer. Meanwhile, I got my work cut out for me. First, I need to go find out what's going on in Northwich. Oh, welcome back, Blanca. How's the situation up north? How far have Krona na Reba's forces advanced? Huh? Another child of prophecy has shown up there. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Asper didn't say anything about there being two of them in the prophecy in her prophecy. This puts Altera in a bit more of a precaution position. I thought I had more time. Yes, of course. Altera is the real child of prophecy. That much is without a doubt. But it won't matter who the real one is. What matters is who the fairies believe the real one is. Still, it's not all bad. Let's focus on the silver lining here. A false child of prophecies in the north is bound to draw Morgan's attention, which means Alteria and Emperor should be safe for now. That'll give me enough time to ensure that they grow strong. They're not ready for Northwich. They need to experience Britain for themselves and to gain the power to adapt to and conquer its challenges. So we really have time for that, you say? So, do we really have time for that, you say? Ha! You're a tough crowd, aren't you, Blanc? But you have to take your time with the open neck. That's how it is for us at first, too, remember? Still thinking about that meeting? Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just nervous, since I'm not used to speaking with the head of an entire clan. Sorry, I got a lot on my mind. I think I'm gonna go turn in for the night. Let's meet up here tomorrow, okay? Bye for now. Looks like we just had to readjust our perceptions of her, huh? Come on, Em, Tristan, let's head back to our room. We should talk about our next moves while it's still safe to do so. Okay, everything that's happened so far in is a nice tidy report. It's all yours now. Hey phone, take it away, my little friendly familiar. There. Now take care of our report to the storm barrier. We should head back for them. We should be here back for them in about 2 days. Now let's go over everything we learned so far. That said, our main topic isn't Morgan, but the general prophecy who's supposedly going to defeat her, right? Yep. The truth is, we've been dropping our guard around her too much. At first, I thought it would be just a coincidence that she shared the name of King Arthur, and I didn't think about any further. But we can say for certain that she is this Lostbelt's King Arthur. I'm sure I don't really need to remind you that Chaldea has also already confronted the legend of King Arthur in the Sixth Singularity. But I think it's a little worth to quickly refresh in our minds of those legends, just so we're all on the right page. The legend of King Arthur takes place in the 5th century, a time where Britain was in great turmoil. Cool. It begins with the collapse of the Continental Empire, with the empire no longer keeping Britain safe. It came under frequent attack from the Saxons, a foreign enemy who crossed the seas to attack Britain's shore. At the time, Britain was an island nation ruled by many different clans and those clans' kings. While they may have been a constant squabble between the clans, there was also wars within picks up in the north where the clan's kings agreed to work together. But one king created an irreparable rift in the alliance. He used other clans for his own means, with the goal of ultimately uniting all of Britain. His name was Vorgan. Vorganer. He was said to be the avatar of the white dragon born from Britain itself, made to bring it to ruin. Vorganer invited the Saxons to the Isles, throwing it into chaos. Londirium, the fortress had served as the heart of Britain during the Empire's reign, was destroyed. Vorganer then defeated and killed Uther Pendragon, the greatest king in all of Britain. And so, Britain entered a dark age, a time when none of the islands can escape its imminent destruction. However, hope still remained. King Uther's most trusted aide, Merlin, the great mage who has long kept Britain safe, told people that this too was all part of the prophecy. King Uther has already chosen his successor. They shall be the next king. Whoever draws the sword of selection from this stone shall be Britain's king. Many knights tried their hand at drawing the sword, but none of them succeeded. It was only once the knights have all left, convinced that the sword selection was nothing more than a delusion, that a young squire of 15, a boy who had been raised without ever knowing that he was the king Uther's son, came and drew the sword from the stone, with no one there to bear witness. The sword was Caliber. And the boy did indeed go on to become king of Britain. Arthur Pendragon, the knight among knights. And as we know her, Altoria Pendragon. After announcing himself as the King Uther's successor, King Arthur summoned the lords of Britain and led them to 12 magnificent victories against the Saxons. In order to do so, he proved himself to be an invincible king, the undefeated King of Knights. But unknowns to him, these actions weren't the only enemy. The greatest threat of the King of Knights face came within his own family. Morgan, the avatar of the White Dragon, who defeated King Arthur's father, Uther, and had brought Britain to its knees. Morgan, the Fairy Queen, who declared it was Britain's very will that she became its ruler. Morgan, Machine and Dice, secessions in Robin, the King of Arthur's, King of Knights of Caliber. The fairies gave him an even greater sword. The sword was Excalibur, a sacred sword forged within this planet's inner seas. In the world of magecraft, it's considered a divine construct, an ultimate weapon meant to destroy that which threatens the very planet. In laying claim upon the sacred sword, King Arthur became Britain's savior in both name and deed. After a climactic battle with Forgant in the ruins of Londarium, King Arthur, with the help from the fairies, built a towering white castle of Camelot. Lords from all across the Isles came to Camelot to serve the King of Knights. They all became Knights of the Round Table, where all were treated as equal. It's a bit odd telling the story with Tristan here, and this is how the Knights of the Round Table were formed. Lancelot, the King of France, blessed with Lady of the knight from France, who was blessed with the Lady of Lake. Garwin, the heir of the Oakrines, blessed by the sun. Tristan, the nephew of the Duke of Cornwall, and the Prince of Tragedy. He, you, also said to be the symbol of the romantic times. That's right. Those are the Knights Round Table, my chancellor friends, who filled its 13 seats. Studious Piercy, Clever Kai, Loyal Beerus, Ernest Garrus, Kind-hearted Gawain, Averin the Enforcer, Paldames the Duelist, and Tacticianus Morgan. And the greatest knight of all, chosen by the Holy Grail, Galahad, the Revelationer. In addition to King Arthur, the first seat. You could also count King Pelamoria, King Arthur's trusted advisors, and Boris, the future 11th seat, for 15 in total. Didn't you guys have like a werewolf friend? At any rate, those are the Knights of the Round Table I knew when they were at their peak. Yep, the Knights of the Round Table at their peak was also the happiest time for Legend of King Arthur. All the pawns would present themselves later in the quest of the Holy Grail and in the decision battles against the Pictons and the Saxons. It was also a affair between Lancelot and Guinevere, the King Arthur's queen, that changed things forever. Once their affair came to light, the Knights of the Round Table became shadows of the former selves. During an expedition to Roman Empire, Morgan took advantage of King Arthur's absence and staged a rebellion. Or revolution. That was the beginning of what became later known as King Arthur's final battle, the Battle of Clemaine. It was a battle that King Arthur drew his final breath. Beavis personally returned the sacred sword to the fairies, and the final chapter of ancient Britain's history was concluded. After that, King Britain's body was brought to Avalon, the paradise at the world's ends, by the fairies of the lake, as the future king who would one day return to life. That's nice. And that's the quirky and dirty version of Legend of King Arthur. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I think I got it. So, with all that in mind, let's get back to Britain's Lostbelt. In proper human, how much battery do I have? Okay, whatever. In proper human history, King Arthur drew the sword of selection while he was still an unknown boy, and amidst the hope, envy, admiration, and prejudice of their other knights, ascended to the throne as a king. Meanwhile, here in Fey Britain, Arthur may still be unknown and unrecognized. And even so, she still wields the staff of selection, and she will travel across Britain on her own as a child of prophecy. So, she got the same name, same face, and same destiny. No way all that can be coincidental. Which means Octaria Castor is this world's King Arthur. She's destined to be Britain's savior. Britain's savior, huh? But why now? King Arthur saved Britain in the 5th century, but this is 2019. If she's really Britain's savior, shouldn't she have shown in the distant past? That's the question, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's why her story is taking place right now. I'm not sure why her story is taking place right now, but I did overhear one interesting thing some of the locals fairies said. Apparently, the child of prophecy is a reincarnation of Axon the Savior, who was sent here to save Britain once. A sin, as in the world tree from Norton mythology? Yup, or at least the same name. See, Morgan once began ruling Britain. She officially named this time period of time, the era of the High Queen. And the time lines up exactly with proper human history's changed to AD. But while proper human history stopped in the year AD 2019, in this world, the year 2019 of the High Queen is still unfolding. In the previous area, aka akin to BC in proper human history terms, is called the Fey Era. Furthermore, during the Fey Era, there was approximately a fairy who saved Britain from the calamity countless times. Asin, the Savior. Apparently, there was only a few fairies left who were still remembered her. Ector, the immortal Great Duke of Waste Heats, Wernick, Grimm's the Sage, and Totoro, the First Knight. But they still speak of her legends in harsh tones. So, if the Savior showed up in this world before, that must mean that Britain must have a similar system. That's a interesting name. How do you spell it? Oh, it's a C, not E. I want to see if that's an actual thing. Interesting. I want to see if this is an actual, like, mythology, but it looks like it's something that's much more exclusive to just Fate. So I'm not finding anything with Saxon the Savior. Maybe Ector the Immortal. It's a natural thing? Sir Ector. Oh, okay. This must be like... Wait, hold on. Sir Ector. Oh, it was an adopted knight. Okay. Here's Sir Sufi by who? Ector or more. Let me see. Grand Duke. Actually, no. That must have been Grim. Let me see. Grimmer the Sage. No, it doesn't exist either. Huh, I guess it's just names I just made up. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought it was actually like actual references. I guess it's just specifically story stuff. Alright. So if the savior shows up in this world before, that might mean Fae Fairy have a system for such a thing. Something akin to the counterforce that the Isles itself used to fight back against Britain in its danger. And if that's true, that would explain why Alteri was only born now, this time. Plus, we're going up against High Queen frickin' Morgan here. Who else but King Arthur would fight her? I wonder if she really is the bad guy. Anyway, that took longer than I expected, and now that we're gone over everything, I'm gonna make 2 suggestions here. First, I think we should try to continue working with Altera Caster. While we don't necessarily have to destroy this Lostbelt, it's still pretty clear that we still need to face High King Morian at some point. And when we do, having a child of prophecy on our side can only work in our advantage. And second, I think we still need to keep our goal, including Kadea's whole deal, to ourselves. It's fine to tell her about proper human history. How it's probably impossible to communicate if we didn't. But we shouldn't reveal that we will eliminate 5 other Lostbelts to date. I know it's not the most honest move, but sometimes not laying up all your cards on the table is the way to go. Like I said before, there's something strange about this Lostbelt. Even for a Lostbelt, there's still so much we don't know. So until we have something better to understand what's going on, I want to keep our goal at stopping Britain from disappearing. Even if we eventually end up having to fight it after saving it. So we're going to keep this whole for Notoria. That's right. I'm sorry. I know this won't be easy for you. But for what it's worth, my intuition is telling me things aren't going to come to that. I have a feeling that we're going to save Britain, stop this collapse and stop destroying this world. And go our separate ways with a smile without even having to do battle with Britain. Fucking lie. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop there.
6月。日本では梅雨の季節ですね。小さなことから。
Alright, I keep on forgetting. It's actually from something else. Okay. Let me get that.
ホームズさんといえば、世界でも。
Oh, my phone died. Fuck. Oh, I guess we're getting it there. Oh, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.